Schools originally had until 2029 to prepare for the CBSE's three-language policy, but on May 15th, the board dropped a notification reversing that timeline, ordering immediate enforcement for Class 9 in the 2026-27 session. The mandate requires every ninth grader to fill three specific language slots, R1, R2, and R3, stipulating that strictly two of these boxes must be languages native to India. Most schools are already a month into their academic year. Syllabi are set, timetables are finalized, and teachers are already mid-lesson. The CBSE left no room for negotiation. This is a mandatory directive, stripping schools of the choice to delay or opt out. Administrators are now facing a sudden logistical crisis, while parents and students must reconcile with the core requirement that appeared overnight. Class 9 is a difficult academic leap. The complexity of physics, chemistry, and math spikes compared to middle school. Parents recognize the trade-off. Adding a third mandatory language directly competes for the hours needed to master those heavier STEM subjects. Every student operates with a finite amount of cognitive bandwidth. Mental energy is a limited resource that must be managed. The challenge is to comply with the board's deadline without causing a decline in the student's overall GPA. Navigating this requires a specific strategy. You have to locate the path that offers high compliance with the lowest academic resistance. For students at English medium schools, the first instinct is to use a familiar European language, like French, German, or Spanish, to fill one of those slots. As this logic tree illustrates, the National Education Policy classifies English as a foreign language. This fills the single foreign language slot allowed in the core curriculum, rejecting the addition of other European options. The CBSE has specified that any additional foreign language must be taken outside the core structure as a fourth language. This forces the creation of a separate timetable. It adds hours to the school day and increases the total volume of assignments. Maintaining a European language in this environment risks draining a student's cognitive energy and reducing their available study time. A more efficient alternative is registering the student for foundational Sanskrit, specifically in the R3 slot. Look at this effort versus impact chart. A fourth language falls into the bottom right, high effort, no R slot credit. But CBSE caps beginner Sanskrit at a Class 6 level. R3 Sanskrit occupies the top left, low cognitive effort while fully satisfying the mandate. That introductory classification brings a second advantage. R3 Sanskrit is exempt from external board exams, relying exclusively on internal school assessments. There is a notable distinction. Students studying Sanskrit continuously since 6th grade map it to R2, which requires a standard board exam. For beginners, however, R3 Sanskrit is a clear strategy to meet the mandate while minimizing exam-related stress. You might wonder if memorizing an ancient script is an efficient use of a ninth grader's remaining time. This diagram shows the linguistic synergy. Sanskrit root words provide the structural foundation for advanced Hindi and formal English vocabulary. As the pulses illustrate, understanding these roots improves the student's ability to decode complex terms in their R1 and R2 subjects. The short-term effort of learning the basics provides a compound benefit for overall language comprehension. This also assists the school. Because foundational Sanskrit is internally assessed, it typically results in high grade averages that support the school's performance metrics. Most importantly, time saved on languages can be reallocated directly to physics, chemistry, and math. This recovered mental energy is the student's bandwidth dividend. Opting for R3 Sanskrit is a calculated decision. It is designed to protect a student's focus for their critical STEM and humanities grades. The CBSE has defined exactly 3 categories where students can bypass this mandate. First, children with special needs are exempt, provided they have the authorized certification from the necessary medical bodies. Second, CBSE-affiliated schools located outside of India, such as those in Africa or the Middle East, are permitted to keep their existing language structures. Third, foreign-born students transferring directly into the CBSE system from abroad may apply for a waiver. Unless a student falls within these narrow exceptions, they must comply with the R1, R2, and R3 structure for the upcoming academic year. Urgent. School administrators have only until June 30th to finalize their implementation before the official CBSE portal closes. Principals must lock in their R1, R2, and R3 designations on the official CBSE OSS portal by that end of June deadline. The immediate steps are clear. Parents should officially request the beginner Sanskrit track, and schools must secure the Class 6 level materials for their 9th grade classrooms. The May 15th notification was an unexpected administrative shock. However, by using beginner Sanskrit as a strategic choice, schools and students can turn compliance challenge into an academic advantage.